Scott has been at the forefront of the performance road e-bike market for a number of years now with our Addict eRIDE. This year though, we're coming with something a little bit different, because not only have we got an endurance road bike, we also have a new endurance gravel bike. The goal with the Solace is to provide a comfortable, versatile bike, possibly the most versatile bike we've ever made.
We knew we had a great base with the Addict gravel, but it was the arrival of the new TQ motor that really allowed us to create a package that offers a bike with amazing balance handling and a powerful motor with decent battery life at a weight that is very attractive.
Solace adapted the goodness brought by the Addict gravel to a wider scope. The main challenge here was to integrate an endurance-oriented geometry together with a wider tire clearance, which goes until 50 mm on the Solace gravel. On the same approach, we go until 38 mm tires on the road version. This extra tire clearance provides a very good support, as well as the needed grip for getting the maximum out of the bike, regardless of the extra weight of the electronic components.
These combined features make the Solace a bike for long rides, offering the perfect combination to those riders who seek for adventure rides without any kind of limitation.
The main goal was to bring our simplicity design credo to this new segment for Scott. To achieve that, the crucial point was to get a slim and neat integration of the drive unit, cables, display and battery into a visual distinctive silhouette inspired by the Addict gravel. So we really worked hard on a compact tech pack, harmonious volumes and strong key lines to deliver the nicest bike in this category.
Maintaining a light look, feel and importantly ride quality were the key drivers for us.
Adding a motor and a battery is not as simple as making tubes bigger. The extra weight added by these components, but not only that, the way how they are assembled on the frame, brings some structural challenges that are very specific to this kind of bikes. For example, everything related with the distribution and placement of the carbon fibers needs to be optimized according to that requirement. What we know as the carbon layup needs to be specifically developed on the areas where the motor and the battery contact the frame, so that the forces on these support points are properly split along the structure. That's why the orientation of the fibers is key there, in order to achieve the stiffness and compliance values that were targeted for this bike.
Much like on our mountain bikes, the positioning of the components low on the frame gives a much better handling characteristic to the bike, as it has a low center of gravity. Furthermore, increased tire clearance required some careful layups and design work to get it all to fit together.
The duality gravel road on one side and the compatibility of all the components and accessories had to be guaranteed along the whole Solace eRIDE range. In our eyes, the best way of achieving this was to offer a single frame set with all the possibilities already integrated on it.
Of course, the placement of the motor has additional impact on one of the key stiffness zones of the bike, the bottom bracket.
Despite having an open bottom bracket for placing the drive unit, we have reached very similar stiffness values on those key areas if we compare this bike to the Addict gravel. This brings to the Solace platform a riding feeling that really matches the standards that was set for the regular gravel bike. Regardless, of course, the motor that will give you that appreciated extra support. This carbon layup that we have developed also allows us to get the frame around 1200 grams on the medium size.
From stiffness, let's move to comfort, which after all is a key component of any endurance bike. The team behind the Solace had a strong focus on handling. Geometry-wise, the slacker head tube and longer wheelbase gives a very stable ride.
The handling of the bike is very stable, which gives a safer feeling to the rider. Combine this with the larger volume tires that we have specified and basically you feel more safe and have a lot more confidence taking a curve with the Solace.
The difference between the two bikes essentially comes down to spec, with 1x gravel systems preferred on the eGravel, along with flared bars and a more traditional 2x setup with regular bars on the eRoad.
We really feel like this is two bikes in one, whichever version you go for. If you buy the road bike, you can simply change the tires to make it a gravel bike and vice versa. Or even get a second wheel set which can be switched really easily thanks to the engine located in the BB area and not the wheel. Of course, the spec is a bit more suited depending on the model. Furthermore, it's a lightweight electric bike with the ability to run like a traditional bike when you don't need or want the level of assistance.
Range is very important on an e-endurance bike. You need to be able to do long days in the saddle at your ease, whether you want minimal or full assistance. While there are solutions on the market with larger batteries, the low weight of the Solace and the minimal motor drag requires fewer watts from the rider. Pedaling with a low assistance or even the motor off is now an option.
The TQ motor allows for 3 levels of assistance as well as a really and very minimal level of drag in the off mode. When you switch it off, you really don't notice the drive unit at all. It rides like a regular bike. This was hugely important to us in the design of the bike. The 3 levels of assistance then allow you to fine-tune. The full assistance mode is obviously a bit more aggressive than the others, but also results in a faster drain on the battery. We've experienced some very long rides on a single charge with the bike when in the light or medium assist level, combined with switching the motor off when not needed.
The integration of the motor has led to a fantastic balance on the bike, allowing for excellent handling. The weight is really over the bottom bracket, leading to a confident ride both on and off-road. To further extend your ride, there is the option of a range extender, which is removable for when it's not in use. Combined with a quick release mounting system, this allows the rider to run either a second bottle cage or the range extender, depending on the ride. Feature-wise, a fender kit is available from Synchros, rated up to tires with a width of 45C. The entire system can allow the opportunity to enjoy the experience of light bikepacking to a wider audience. The cableless front end on all models really helps with the fitting of a bar bag. The Scott Solace eRIDE platform offers an entirely new option for e-endurance riders with a confidence-inspiring platform available in either a road or gravel version, and with the versatility to simply change its tires to take on any terrain. For a lightweight do-it-all e-bike, look no further.